Hello. All right. So, welcome to another episode of Learn to Debate with Coach Bolo. All right. So, in this episode, we're going to be talking about points of information, uh, also known as POI. And yeah, so we're going to talk about the rules of how to offer, like when to offer a POI, what is a POI, and like offering a POI and the manner you ought to do so. So let's go on with the question of what is it? What's a point of information? So that's when, in the middle of your opponent's speech, in the middle of your opponent's 7 minute speech, you can say either a question or a statement. Um, and two reasons why like points of information are important. So the first reason is that it can actually make you win debates if your point is really like that good or eye-opening or not necessarily like yeah can win you a debate. But secondly, it adds like dynamism and engagement within a debate round. Yeah, so that's what a point of information is. So when we talk about offering a POI, the general way to like offer a POI is to stand up and then signal that you want to offer a POI, or just say point, and that's where the speaker is aware that you want to offer a point of information. So regarding with the rules, um, I'm talking within the context of British parliamentary or Asian parliamentary format. So with the rules, we have what we call the protected time. So in this um, illustration, this is the 7 minute speech of your opponent. And the only time you can offer a point of information is on between the first minute and the 6th minute. Here on this part, between the beginning of the speech and the 1st minute, and the beginning of the 6th minute and the 7th minute, that's what we call the protected time. What do we mean by when we say it's protected time? That means that you are not allowed to offer a POI when in between the beginning of the speech and the 1st minute and the 6th minute to 7th minute. Yeah. And the second rule that I want to tell you about is that generally POIs can only last for 15 seconds at most. So, what you have to remember when you offer a POI is that you have to be brief and concise. Oh, and the last thing that I want to tell you about, like a rule when you offer a POI, is that you can only present your point of information if the speaker accepts you to offer the point of information. If the speaker denies you and says no thank you or asks you to sit down, you will have to wait for another 15 seconds before you can offer another POI. So the question is, can you offer like a point of information just right after you were rejected? And the answer there is that you can't. If you do that, you will be accused of badgering your opponent. So that means that when you offer a POI, you have to give some time for the speaker to like let him conclude the sentence or wait a while before you can offer another point of information again. So I hope we successfully tackled how to offer a POI, what a POI is, and what are the rules regarding this like very interesting part of the debate that adds a lot of dynamism. So yeah, maybe in the later episodes we can discuss what are like good POIs and how to offer them strategically. And with that, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new.